Your hands this weekend! Get out of the roof! What are you going to do about those balls now? Yeah, do it. Mummy, there's a lady in my cot. You actually care a lot about everyone. You're like an actual shit collector. Really interesting. 9 girls on the forum that speak online. They've all flown into the Gold Coast.
And this is the first time that we've all met in person.
Oh my god, I'm shaking! Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. There we go. Oh my gosh, I love it! Oh my gosh. So nice to meet you, girls. Oh my gosh. So funny.
I'm actually like shaking
so much. So cute.
You are so beautiful. You look so much better in real life.
Oh my gosh,
I was going to say you are amazing, like everything you do.
Oh, you guys are so lovely.
It's inspired us.
Yes. I'm so glad you made my day. Really
You
did.
made our day.
Thank you so much. I hope you have a good afternoon. Tag in a photo too. Thank you. Bye, girls. So cute. So we like hopped in our car and I said to Nat, oh my gosh, I think these girls were like screaming in their car. And so Joe passed and they were like, so I was like, pull over, I need to say hello. And that was so beautiful. Oh my gosh, girls like that make my day. Anyways, welcome back to my channel, guys. Today it's gonna be over a couple of days. We've got a few things happening, just like vlog style, a couple of meals, so I hope you guys enjoy. What are you doing? Midweek celebrations. Why? Because we can. It's your hands this weekend. Get out of the roof. Get out of the roof. Woo! That's as far as I'm going. It's your hands this weekend.
American sweet choreo.
Oh my god. Am I vlogging or am I not vlogging? Is it just hush hush?
Promise don't vlog.
Yeah, I don't think I will.
I think people won't want to sit outside of me.
When you have a couple of drinkies, get a bit loosey-goosey.
Right, I'll be loose as a goose.
But we are off to get a green juice, right?
Oh, nice. We're getting those balls.
We're getting the marble balls. We're getting marble balls, guys. We're obsessed. They're from Flannery's. They're these milk chocolate and white chocolate coated macadamias. Woo!
Did you ever used to do that?
Just honk and wave.
Yeah. Like, hey, I haven't seen you in ages.
And when you don't know them,
yeah.
it's like, hey, and they're like, oh, hi. But yeah, we've got a few things going on. I actually am going to see a psychic medium after this, after my next meeting. I've done 2 meetings. I've got another one to go. Then I'm going to see the psychic medium, which it's only a cafe. And on Friday, we are heading to Kiss the Berry in South Bank. Oh, that is just so bright. I don't have my sunglasses on, you know. Oh gosh. How do I? Sorry, there we go. Going to Kiss the Berry in South Bank on Friday for a pop-up meet and greet, which I'm really excited about. And I'm excited to have their acai bowls. I have a big exciting meeting tomorrow as well. And then Nat's hens. So I'm gonna vlog most of it. Probably, yeah, won't take my camera. I'll just be in the moment on the weekend for Nat's hens. But yeah, balls, come at us. Oh my god, that's your second ball. Have you got enough for the whole team? Because what are you going to do about those balls now? Yeah, do it. Lovely. Yeah, and getting a green juice as well. Apple, spinach, lettuce, celery, cucumber, lime, lemon, and mint. Yum. Okay guys, I have arrived at the house where I'm getting, I don't even know if she's like a fortune teller, a medium, a psychic. I get confused, a clairvoyant. I get confused with who does what. But apparently she's amazing. Now this morning when I went into Taj's room to get him out of his bed, apart from saying good morning and having a little giggle, he said to me, "Mummy, there's a lady in my cot." And I was like freaked out, like I was legit so scared. And I said, "What do you mean?" So awkward when people drive past and I'm like talking to a camera. I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Lady in my cot." I said, "Oh, was she nice?" He said, "No, mean mummy. Lady says no. And then she gives me cuddles." I was like, I had goosebumps all over my body, but I was legit like, oh my God, what's happening? So it'll be interesting to see if Ashley, her name is, picks up on anything, any spirits in his room, because I feel like if you've been following me on Snapchat, you would have heard and seen some creepy things that's gone on in his room. And I feel like Steve's dad hangs around. I feel like our old friend Benny, who passed away last year, I feel like he hangs around, but never a female. And I took him downstairs and he told the exact same story to Steve, so it's gonna be really interesting. And Ashley's letting me film this whole thing, so I'm a little scared, but I'm a little excited. And I'm very open-minded, but I think it's hard to find people that actually are legit when it comes to this sort of thing. So let's go check her out.
Alright, love, I'm going to tell you about how I work with this and what I need you to do, and then we'll get started. I'm going to move around.
Get comfy.
Basically, what I like to do with these is lose my voice, obviously, that always happens. No, is start by getting just sort of a list or a general idea of anything that you want to know. Do use these. So these tarot, they provide general overalls, but then what I do is I get spirit to complement it with more specific information. So, what do you want to know?
Okay, I suppose anything to do with business is always good. Children? I don't plan on having more children soon, but travel. Family's health, I suppose. You start thinking about your parents and you're like the people that are a bit older in your life. The relationship, if anything pops up with that. And any spirits that might be hanging around. Yeah, that's probably
the main ones?
Yeah.
Alright, so just bear with me for a couple of minutes because I'm going to get started. Alright. Cool. Okay, so we're going to start by talking a little bit about who you are. First and foremost, your health is the biggest one. The three combinations, the strongest part's basically that you're practically orientated. That's who you were born as. But then you've also got this emotional nurturing element coming into play as well. And then the last thing's called an analytical attachment. So I'm just going to break them down and then I'm going to show you how it's interacting with your health too. Okay. So being practically orientated, it actually means that you're more laid back in nature. So you're pretty cruisy, and there is that physical element in there, that drive for like being physical. That's naturally because you are more practical in nature and logical minded. So not actually really egotistical or materialistic or anything like that. Like you actually just crave financial stability and comfort. Like you're not all about the flashy big things, which is really cool because it's all this like grounding energy. So even as you get bigger and bigger, you're never gonna become like, I guess, up yourself. You're just gonna be ashy. That's it, and that's awesome. There is a brutal honesty attachment that comes with you pretty strong too. Like you just say to people exactly what you think. There's like almost no filter. It's gonna get you in trouble sometimes because you do just say things as it is. But I love it, no bullshit. So you're gonna do no bullshit with me. Happy days. But yeah, it is more this, I guess the best way to describe your life at the moment is probably a bit like organised chaos. Because you're naturally just going to go with the flow of things. So as things change, you'll just naturally adapt and move forward, which is really cool. But the good news is that health-wise, because you are more physically active, you're obviously healthier in nature. It's really strong because you're practical and you're logical minded. It's only one part of you though, but there's also a quick wit attached that can be pretty funny when you want to be. Yeah, it's actually really grounded and laid back, which is really cool. Yeah, really cool. The emotional elements, because you're a natural nurturer and you're also a natural counsellor. So
I feel that.
Yeah. What people probably don't realise about you is that you actually care a lot about everyone. It's this natural empathetic ability that you have. You take on everyone's problems.
I do.
You're like a natural shit collector. Yeah. Of everyone's problems.
Seriously. I feel like I'm a fixer, like I want to help everyone.
You are. Yeah. And it's actually quite draining on you too, so you've got to be careful. So there's this natural wisdom that comes about you too. You probably notice that you always give like the right advice to everyone's situations, but you could then go and do the complete opposite. So there's a hypocrisy attached to that. Then there's also this thing called an analytical attachment. It's coming up pretty strong this year, and it's probably going to hang around next year as well. So basically an analytical attachment means that it's all to do with the mind. So basically what they're trying to tell me is that your mind's over-analysing absolutely everything. So the energy is more to do with, I guess, the more anxious side of things coming into play. It's only a temporary fleeting thing though. Yeah. That's why I'm calling it an attachment. It's not here to stay. Oh, okay. But it is something that's coming into play. So That's not good news, is it?
No, yeah.
That's all going to be associated with the fact that you're everyone's shit collector. So the more that you collect shit, the more that this one's going to come out. So it's like this lose-lose situation.
Okay.
You try and help people when you can't, and then you're going to take on the physical repercussions of that.
Yeah.
The emotional factor that you have in you is actually known as Pisces Ascendant. So it's actually quite an intuitive, because you do basically take on so much. Stress-related health issues are going to be your most common. You have to watch your stress, because your stress just goes. Other than that though, everything's looking pretty good. Your hopes and fears are normal, which is good, so you're not depressed, yay. Your hope was to basically be an amazing mum, which is awesome. That's where your values lie. Right, business-wise, the whole direction of the sort of more negative directions where you feel like you've had to defend yourself quite a lot is actually redirecting and going back to you being recognised more again as who you truly are, not this bullshit persona that's come out. Because like a lot for, you know, the last 12 months has been you on the defensive, you on the defensive. But basically what it's done is it's allowed you to highlight how strong you are. And that's basically what you've done. So more favourable news coming in your direction, which is good. You're going to get some positive media coverage. They're not just going to slam you, it's awesome. It does really swing back quite dramatically too. So like a lot of positive recognition next year. You have a little girl next. So there you go.
Really?
Yeah.
I always feel like I'd be a mum of 2 boys. Always thought it, but I'd like a girl.
A very emotional little boy.
Definitely. Super sensitive and soft and
he's
loving.
gorgeous.
Yeah. It's a really beautiful soul.
That's a rarity for a male too, to have such a gorgeous
He's like an old soul.
Yeah, he is. So there is sort of like, I guess, blokish undertones, but mostly takes after that emotional and empathetic nature. Natural intellect. He's going to do fine at school.
Oh, that's good to know.
Above average the whole way through.
Oh, that's good.
The good thing is he's a bit like mum in the sense that when he does struggle, he will naturally develop a sense of self-motivation, which is what people struggle with the most. So whenever he does get to a subject and he feels like he's a bit behind, he'll actually take it upon himself to study at home and then get himself to understand the concept and keep forward with it.
That's nice.
So he's going to do really well. There is a natural nervous energy with him too, so that's a bit more like on the shy side of things. You will find that he will go through little phases throughout his life of having like developing like a social anxiety towards like meeting new faces, things like that. And he'll learn to overcome that though. That's just part of one of his life missions, but he's absolutely beautiful. I pen him to go more like psychology or like medicine sort of directions. Because there's like, he's very interested in understanding people, and you'll find that come out more and more over the years. There's that humanitarian aspect too. So he's all about people, caring about people, pleasing people, which is where that medicine, that health direction comes into play, because he is all about caring. So your daughter that you didn't think you were going to have, that's a change and a half. The good news is she's a little shit.
Oh my gosh.
She's a natural intellect, really full on, difficult newborn.
Difficult newborn?
Difficult newborn, she'll present herself breech, she'll just do everything that's really annoying in the womb, make you feel sick, everything that you don't want. Crying, colicky, doesn't stop, really loud, ear-piercing screams, that sort of thing. Just the sort of baby that you do want.
Awesome.
Just what you want to be able to fit in when you're trying to manage
Wow.
She is very stubborn and she's very strong. She's very strong-willed. I've had cases where I've had...
sleep? That's the question. Does she sleep?
No. Sorry, no. Not a good sleeper at all. She's a cat napper, like 5-minute, 10-minute increments. The second you put her down, she'll just start crying and wake up again.
Oh God.
And she's going to be like, your 2-hourly feeder, non-stop.
Awesome.
I'm going to throw it out there, with how strong she is, you've got 2 years max before she jumps in. She's ready.
Hey.
And good luck trying to prevent it too. She's strong enough to make miracles happen. She's going to have that fiery creativity too. So, natural little show off. She's definitely going to take her over the world.
Oh my gosh.
So So your hubby's earthy orientated. So basically, like, yeah, my typical blokes. He's got a good energy. He's very grounded. He's your rock. He's also got that sort of empathetic nature as well. So, I mean, you guys are beautiful people. That's very clear. I think you actually bring that out in him more than anything, to be honest. But looking at the new version of him, yeah, he is becoming such a wise, beautiful man, but also like an amazing father figure too. So you really bring out the best in him. He's skeptical minded too. Tell him I said hey. He wants more kids. He does. You can do it. just have your daughter already. Pray have the daughter.
Hey guys, it is the next day after my session with Ashleigh the Medium. It was really interesting. I've been to a couple before and they're all so different, just the way they deliver their messages and they write things down. I normally write everything down, but this time Ash did. I really liked her vibe and I liked how honest she was. Like if something came through, she almost didn't filter it, it just came out. And obviously there's some things that she said that I'm like, oh, I can't quite click that together, or I'm not sure about that. But then she said some things that I was like, whoa, like she knows. Like certain things about my family that I don't really want to share, but certain things that she knew about my family that I was like, oh my God, like how could she have known that? She didn't say anything about the spirit in Taj's room. She did say if I wanted to get rid of it, I just needed to put salt on the carpet, leave it for 30 minutes and then vacuum it up, and she thinks that will get rid of any bad energy. She said a lot about Taj and his personality, and then like all of a sudden she was like, oh, I see a daughter coming through. And she was like explaining this little girl that wants to come down. She was like, oh my gosh, she is crazy. You're gonna have your hands full. She's like the opposite of Taj, and apparently Taj is gonna sit back and just be like, whoa, who is this big energy that's come through? Obviously she said she's beautiful and I will love her, but she's gonna be really testing and a big challenge. And like she thinks when she's a teenager we'll like clash. So that was really interesting. And she was like, you're gonna be sick your whole pregnancy with her, not just the first trimester, but your whole pregnancy. I was like, oh my God, because I was really lucky with Taj. I got no morning sickness. I felt really great. I exercised right up until like 38 weeks pregnant. Even the day I gave birth, I went for a massive 6 kilometer walk. I felt great. So that's a bit scary, it's a bit daunting. I was like, oh, and of course in a little girl, like I always say that to Grady because Zahara is super determined and like loud and confident. I said that is so good in a little girl because you want her to grow up really independent and strong and not be a doormat or let anyone walk all over her. She knows who she is, she knows what she wants, she just got that real determined personality, and I love that in Zahara. So I would want that if I had a little girl. My gut has always said that I'll be a mum of 2 boys. I've just always said it. So this is the second medium or clairvoyant or whatever that has said I'm gonna have a crazy little girl. Kathy Corby was another one I went to, and then now Ashleigh is the second one that said I'm gonna have a crazy little girl that's gonna be really challenging. Scared me a little bit, and to think to be sick the whole pregnancy is a little bit daunting because I worked throughout my whole pregnancy last time, and even a week into giving birth I had to get straight back into certain work things, and Taj came with me everywhere. I worked on a laptop in bed, so I really need to not be sick. But I'm not planning on having another baby for a little while yet. She said pretty much good luck preventing it. She wants to come down. She's up there saying, hey. So that was really interesting. There was a lot of like spirits that came down from my dad's side. If you guys have been following me for a while, or if you're a new follower, I don't know my real father. He left when I was quite young. I think I was really young, like maybe a year old, and he's never wanted anything to do with me or my older brother since, which is totally fine. I'm sure he's got his reasons. That's okay. His loss, I say, especially now I've got a beautiful little boy. I feel like he's missing out on the most amazing grandson, and that's okay. But I don't know much about him or his side of the family. I talk to his brother, I talk to his dad every now and again, but yeah, I don't know much about his family. So the spirits that were coming down, I didn't know any of their background story, and I could research into them, but to be honest, I'm not really that interested. There's just no connection there for me. A couple of members came down from my mum's side, so that was really interesting, and I rang my mum after and she was like, oh my gosh, it's this person, like that connects with that and that connects with that. So it's just, I feel like you can't live your life by what mediums or clairvoyants say, but it's so interesting to go along and just see what they say, or see who comes down to say hello, or get some clarity on something if you are unsure about something. Ask questions. My work stuff she was really on point with. Traveling, and what I've kind of been through and what I'm going through this, I feel like I'm going through a bit of a personal transformation in my business and as Ashley Bines as a person. Ashley Bines as a person and Ashley Bines as a business, there's quite a big transformation and growth, and like it's just a lot happening, and it's all really, really good. It's a lot of work this year though, and then next year it's going to be big and crazy, she said, which I already feel because we have a lot planned. So overall it's really, really good. If you are on the Gold Coast, I recommend going to check her out. I've been to Kathy Corby twice now and Ash once. Both were really good. Kathy Corby is like a 9-month waiting list, and yeah, she was really good as well. But I really did like Ash's vibe. It was at her house and it was just really laid back, but she was really honest and just no filter, and it was interesting just watching her write things down and what would come up, and she would like be in the middle of something and then something else would pop up. I don't know, it was interesting. That's my review on it. If you're on the Gold Coast, it's a bit of fun. Go check her out, book an appointment. Yeah, I just think it's fun to go and do that. So I will link her details below in the description box, and I also will put her details on the screen. But yeah, that's my little review. I am so hungry, so I'm gonna go and make a green smoothie, and then I'm gonna go and pick up some dinner, pick up Taj, and spend the night with him. Since I've been back from my trip, I'm just trying to really focus on getting so much more greens into my diet. When I was away, I had my greens powder each day, but other than that, I didn't eat a lot of spinach or a lot of vegetables. It just didn't happen. My diet kind of went out the window, and YOLO, I had a good time, but since I've been back, I've been trying to have large amounts of spinach and lots of vegetables at night, so green smoothies have been my go-to. I did show this one similar on my Snapchat, but I know not everyone on YouTube is on Snapchat, so I'm gonna show you this one because myself and Taj are loving it. Like, he sculls a massive, massive cup of this every single morning, so I hope you guys enjoy it. I got all the ingredients from down below in the description box, and also the recipes, so you guys can take a screenshot or put it in your notes in your phone and you can make it at home. Yoga?
Oh, ah. Wait, do you have a girlfriend? No! You have a girlfriend? No! You have a girlfriend?
Do you have a girlfriend?
No!
Oh, he just farted. Did you just fart? You did a stinky!
No!
Yeah!
You have a girlfriend.
Got gymnastics tomorrow morning with Daddy. Are you gonna go to gymnastics?
No.
Yes.
Is Daddy gonna go by himself?
No.
You'll jump on the jumpy things? On the trampoline. Yeah, what else will you do? Running at gymnastics. That's a very hard word. Gymnastics, isn't it? Are you going to go through the tunnels? And do forward rolls? Can you give Scooby a kiss? Oh, nice.
May I have some tea, please? Can I have some tea, please?
Daddy talking in a Pommy accent.
Can I have some tea, please? Please.
Oh my god.
Please, sir.
You're crazy!
May I have some tea, please?
You're crazy, man. Oh!
Ouchies. Owie.
Oh, that would have hurt. You hurt Daddy. Say sorry.
Kiss.
Oh, yuck.
Oh,
gross. Alrighty, we are now off to the Transformation Centre. It is another day. This vlog's kind of been spread out throughout this week. But on my worldwide squad forum, which if you're not a part of, you are missing out. You get to be a part of it if you download my squad app and become a squad member. It's really cool. It's just this online space where all the girls talk to each other and share recipes and talk about their workouts and motivate each other and support each other through their hard times and their good times. It's just a really nice community of women helping each other through life. So if you feel like you need extra support or you need motivation, advice, then that forum is amazing. And you create friendships. Like I met Sammy, Gretty, Jess, Jules, like all of my closest friends through me being their trainer to start with and us coming together through the Ashy program. So anyways, there's 9 girls on the forum that speak online. They're from all different places around Australia and they speak online through the forum like every single day. They've all flown into the Gold Coast and I'm going to go and do a training session with them. I was going to train them and I was like, no, I'm going to jump in the class with them. So I've got a trainer to take the class. I'm going to do it with them. I'm super sore. So I'll see how I go, but then I'm going to take them to lunch after, which will be so nice. Nat's coming along. She's going to help film.
I'm not training.
You should be though.
I trained this morning.
I know, but you should be. That'd be
I'm
so
not Kim
fun.
Kardashian. I can't do it twice.
I know. I saw she trained on
3 times a day. I was like, shit.
I know.
That's how you get some results.
I saw that
Fast
too.
results.
Her body was ridiculous, like so curvy, 3 times a day. Ain't nobody got time for that. Well, I do not have time for that. But yeah, so we're gonna go to a cafe called Nude Sisters afterwards, and that'll be nice to catch up with them and meet them all. I'm sure I've met a couple of them because I'm sure they've probably come to squad events, but yes, very cute that they're coming together on the Gold Coast for this.
Hey! I'm Summer and these girls are all my new friends. We've been talking for over a year through Snapchat and Facebook and Instagram, but we actually all met through the squad app. So when Ashley started the squad, we all got talking, we all formed a group and we just all really had so much in common, and we've been chatting every single day for a year. And this is the first time that we've all met in person because we're all from all across Australia, or different parts of Australia, from Melbourne, Tasmania, Newcastle, and we've all come together on a little girls trip to finally meet each other. And yeah, we wouldn't have met if it wasn't for the squad.
We're a little bit late, which I'm never late. Need like a good environment. There's no way I can motivate myself. Like I just worked so hard then. Squad is life. So good.
Most of us have never met in person before.
true.
Met in person.
Yeah. And then when you met, it was just like instant like.
Yeah, we just all hugged each other. I was just like,
And it wasn't being talked because my mom's been over
It's so nice to have someone, you know, in your day shit to talk to. You know,
we said to each other, we get on Snap to each other with no makeup on, and we're like, good morning! We're feeling like our kids!
I'm like, we had like 2 hours sleep, but we're going for a walk.
So good.
We're like, oh my god, have you seen the new Cruel?
Having that support is just so important, hey? Like, yeah. It's just too easy to not do it without it, you know?
And yeah, our kids have played and I've gone up to lakes and had holidays.
Oh, that's awesome.
We start off every morning with good morning, good morning. We all send out emojis to each other. We all take our emoji outfits.
Oh my god, that's amazing. That is so cool.
We all say good night to each other and walk throughout the day.
Oh, my girlfriend's the best, aren't they?
Yeah.
So cool.
Smile, Kira.
I don't know what filter she's got.
That's it.
up here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. That was awesome to have those girls here. We just had a really, really nice lunch and their workout was intense and so good. Thank you, Nick. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Give it a big thumbs up if you did, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.